is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and happy Thanksgiving if you are in Canada today. So any Americans or anyone else throughout the world who is celebrating Thanksgiving today, well, happy Thanksgiving. And if you're American, hey, some of the world is having Thanksgiving and we don't have Black Friday like you guys. Until you guys have Black Friday, and then we get to have Black Friday. So until then, we are going to be showing you today a horns offense that is great for youth basketball teams. So what we have today is essentially the top 5 youth horns basketball plays that you can run. So first in this horns basketball play, in our number 1 play, or technically 5th play, we have this post player is going to go and screen for your point guard. At that time, what we are going to have is this player, this post player on that side, setting a screen for this wing player. And what's going to happen now, this player here on this wing can slide a little bit up, just a bit, to about the free throw line extended. The reason for that is when your point guard is driving to the basket, if this guy's defender drops off to play some help defense, he may be open for a nice open three-point shot. The next option is this player. He could be cutting towards the middle of the key or towards the elbow area, or he could be rolling off to the three-point line, and this player who's setting a screen is going to go off to about this wing as well. So now what we are going to have is your screening player. He's going to cut down the middle of the key, and now your point guard has quite a few different options. He could drive towards the rim for a layup. He could take the shot as well. He could pass out to this wing player. He could also pass over to the cutting player going down the key, or if your point guard was to go right to the baseline towards the rim, he could pass out, a hammer pass out to this wing player here. Or what can happen as well, which is I've seen this a few times, is if your player who's rolling towards the basket gets the ball, this guy's defender may go and play some help defense, in which case he would be open for a three-point shot as well. So let's go on to the second play. So in this second horns offense for youth basketball teams, this post player is going to pop out and receive the pass from the point guard. At this time, we are going to have this post player setting a screen, as well as this post player setting a screen as well. This will be a staggered screen. So now your point guard is going to use that staggered screen and cut towards the basket. Now what can happen is this wing player over here has a few different options, and you can teach him the few different options. He could go up and set a screen for the post player who received the ball out here. So now this post player could drive this way, and then this screening player could roll towards the basket, and this guy who has the ball, who was your post player, now has an option to pass to the cutting player here, or a lob alley-oop pass to the guy on the other side of the court cutting down towards the key. Now obviously you never want to do a cross-court pass, but if it's open and you're lobbing it in for somebody who's wide open in the post, I give you a green light to your players and even my players. If you're passing to the post, even though it's the opposite side, if he's wide open, try it. Unless, of course, you're down by 1. You may or may not want to, depending on a few different variables that may be happening. But in my opinion, if you're passing to the post and it's wide open, you have a green light to do so. Now, in this third horns basketball play for youth basketball teams, what I like to do in this play is have both of your post players setting a screen on either side of your point guard. Now, when that happens, let's say, for example, he goes this way. What can happen here is this player is going to try and get as close to the low baseline area as possible, and this player over here is going to go up to the free throw line extended. The reason for that is if his player goes and plays help defense, he's going to be wide open for that three-point shot. Now, what's going to happen with the screening players is obviously your point guard could shoot or pass the ball, Or he could have the post player roll towards the basket, and that post player might be open in the key. And this player who was screening on this side, who didn't get to actually do the screen, is going to pop up to the three-point line where he could receive a three-point shot pass there as well. In this fourth horns offense, what we're going to do, this one's going to be a little bit more simpler. So we're going to have this post player here. He is going to pop out to the three-point line where he will receive the pass. Once he gets the ball, the other post player is going to set a screen for your point guard, and your point guard is going to use that screen and cut towards the basket. Now, what can happen is a few different things. So how I like to teach it is this player is going to be looking for this guy at the free throw line extended because he's going to pop up as well. He's your guy up top who's a post who is now a point guard. He's going to be looking for the pass down low to the point guard who's cutting towards the rim. And then you're also going to have this player roll off, and he's going to go and set a screen for this wing player who's going to be popping up, and he may be open for a three-point shot there as well. Now, in this fifth Horns youth basketball play that I would run with a youth basketball team, this one's a little more complex. So this is more for the entry at high school age level. So we're going to start with this post player setting a screen for this wing, and that wing player is going to be using that screen in a second. At the same time as that screen happening, this post player is going to be popping up, and he's going to receive the pass from the point guard. Once he gets that ball, your point guard is going to also set a screen. This is another staggered screen for this wing. Obviously, this could happen on both sides of the court, and this wing player is going to use that screen, and he's either going to go up to the three-point line, or he's going to go and cut down across the key, where he may be open either there or there for that three-point shot or layup. I hope you have enjoyed these top 5 plays, or at least top 5 Horns basketball plays for youth basketball teams. If you have, hit that like button and subscribe because I make these videos every single day. So anyways, I hope you have enjoyed. Happy Thanksgiving if you are celebrating Thanksgiving this early. And for the Americans, happy Thanksgiving in the future. I will see you guys next time.